I'll get to this. It doesn't matter. Let's just share it now. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and just more easy, summery makeup. I don't have a ton to share, but I really like the things that I have been loving. And there's one particular thing that I think is just so good for easy summer makeup. So I kind of have one like super standout favorite. And yeah, I love this neutral lip. Got some good things to share with y'all. So if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore, reviews, get ready with me's, empties, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are chatting about Friday favorites, so let's get to them. So I did grab for my CColor Autumn palette a few times, not as much as my other like standout super favorite for the week, but I did wear this a couple times. I think it's beautiful. I think this is perfect for any time of year, but I think it's gorgeous for a summery palette, but then also fall. So, I mean, it has those colors, those warm neutrals that are great for any time of year, but really good for a bronzy, sunny, summery makeup, but then that can transition into fall so easily. So, mainly I've been wearing, what am I wearing? This one and this one. So I have those two in my crease on my eyes. And then I'm trying to think, I don't actually think I wore any of the sparkly shades other than this one. I put this on the inner corners of my eyes. Not today, but at some point. So there it is. There's just, I'd say, my standout favorites for the week that I was reaching for in this particular palette. I really like this formula. It is blendable, pigmented, really pretty. This palette is super affordable. CColor did send this to me, so thank you so much to CColor for sending this my way. But I just love it. I'm very impressed with their palettes. I find the formula to be really nice and pigmented and blendable and easy to work with, and no problems. I mean, I would say that this is maybe my very favorite palette from them. It's definitely in the top, you know, like 2 or 3 or something. Just because I really am more of a neutral gal. I mean, I like neutrals. That's what I reach for the most. And I love warm neutrals. And then I also love kind of like pinky, rosy, and warm tone neutrals. So I'd say those are kind of like my most reached for. But this is just so pretty. I mean, that one right there for transitioning into fall, gorgeous. Like, let's just look at a few of these. It's gorgeous. I mean, look how pigmented. So good. So yeah, this is a great palette. So I'd say my standout super favorite for the week is a Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten, and this is in Sunswept. This is just, I mean, look at it in the pan. Isn't that just gorgeous? I just love to look at her blushes and her bronzers in their pan because they're just gorgeous. And her shadows that have this kind of marbly look. Sometimes she has those. It's just beautiful. It's so pretty. So you can kind of see the different colors happening in this. So this is Sunswept. So I have been wearing this on my cheeks as my blush and bronzer in one, but also wearing it with a bronzer. Like, so today I have it paired with a bronzer, but I've also been wearing this a ton on my eyes and loving it on my eyes. So I've worn it by itself on the eyes. And then like today I have it with some of the Autumn palette in my crease, and then this on my lid. So I kind of wore it in different ways. All by itself, this on my lid, up into my crease. I've worn it with a bronzer that I might as well just go ahead and share this. Let's just, well, I'll get to this. It doesn't matter. Let's just share it now. So because I've shared it a million times, so it doesn't matter. The Laura Geller Baked Bronze and Brighten and Fair. So still loving this. This is the bronzer I've been reaching for. Some days I just wore this by itself. I've mentioned it a million times. Super quick swatch because I've talked about it so many times, but I did wear this also on my eyes in my crease. So that's another thing that I wore on my eyes. So I would put that in my crease and then wear this on my lid. So I've worn it multiple ways. With this, and then by itself. And also same thing on my cheeks, by itself or with this. Okay, I feel like that was a lot of babbling to get to the point of this is beautiful. Now when you mix it all together, that just kind of muddies it up. So in the pan, it doesn't look as cute anymore, but it's still gorgeous. And this is just so pretty. This is like summer in a pan. It's this beautiful, blushy, glowy kind of bronzer sort of a shade is how I would describe it. I mean, it's a blush. It's a baked blush in Brighten, but it has a very bronzy sort of a tone to it. But it's got just enough of a pinkiness that's gorgeous. Now, it does have quite a bit of a metallic sort of a finish. So I do feel like this is my cheek that's a little bit more textured. If I really build it up, I do feel like it can kind of like accentuate a little bit of that just because it has more glow to it. But on this cheek, not so much, but I love it on the eyes. So there it is just by itself. I'm gonna get a little bit on a brush. So I would get a little bit on a brush, spray it with some setting spray, and then apply it to my lid. Oh my goodness, I think this is so pretty. Let me just get this ready and then show it to you because it's gorgeous. And if you wear this just by itself on your lid and up into your crease, it looks like separate shadows in one. So there it is just dry by itself, but there it is with setting spray. See how it really kind of changes it? It brings out the metallic sheen of it and almost makes it a little bit less warm toned. So I love that about it. It has dimension to it depending on how you blend it, if you foil it like this, or not. So it's just beautiful. So, so gorgeous. That just fascinates me. How it looks a little bit warmer, deeper, less metallic here. And then when you foil it, it's more bright, bronzy, goldy, metallic, stunning. So I absolutely love it on the eyes as a shadow. Wearing it with some setting spray, it's just beautiful. So that was my go-to. That was really my go-to eye look for the week. Is just this beautiful baked, what was I gonna say? Baked bronze and Brighten? No, baked blush and Brighten in Sunswept. It's amazing. So something else that I've been doing differently is I typically I do kind of different things with my liner, but I'd say my number one go-to that I do the most often is just a brown pencil liner. And sometimes I'll kind of like smudge it a little bit, or I'll just do it. I pretty much always either make it thicker on the outer corner, or I lift it, or I smudge it up, something to kind of raise my, like lift my eyes a little bit. But I really don't reach for black pencil liners a lot. I either do a brown pencil liner or a black liquid liner. But I have been liking using a black pencil liner, but pairing it with a brown, and I'll explain why. So this is the Laura Geller Incredible in Blackbird. I love these liners. And I was looking, it looks like they're still around, so that's good. I love these because they are just really nice and creamy and gel-like, and they don't drag on your eyes. But then you have some playroom with them to kind of smudge them a little bit. But then once they set, they're very set. So you've got to kind of work quickly with them, but you do have that option with them a little bit. So I would apply it, smudge it with a little just tiny eyeliner brush. But then this is one of the reasons I don't wear black pencil liners a lot, is because I typically will kind of, you know, smudge them or blend them a little bit. And then it kind of brings out the blue look of them. And I don't necessarily want like a blue liner. Sometimes I do, but on the day-to-day, usually if I'm going for a black liner, I want it to look either black or like a really, really dark, rich brown. So that's what I've been doing, is I apply this first, smudging it a little bit, and then putting over the top my Rimmel Scandalize in brown. So then when I put it over the top, it makes this really dark, chocolatey brown shade. I love this by itself. But so that's a little something I've been doing differently, is putting the black underneath, because it makes this a little bit deeper, like a really deep chocolate bronzy brown, and I really love it. So yeah, I like pairing them together. So that kind of like fixes the whole, this kind of getting a little bit blue. And I find that with most black pencil liners. So that's just a little FYI, like if you know, play with mixing your liners, because it totally is fun, and sometimes you can come up with some really fun combos that you like. And I've mentioned this liner many times before. I love the formula on this. It's nice and creamy, doesn't drag on your eyes. You have a little bit of playtime with it, but then it wears really well. And these are definitely long wearing because they are even hard to get off the swatch off of my hand. Okay, and then last up for lips. Just a really comfortable, easy, neutral combo. I love this. Like, this lives in my purse a lot of times, but this needs to live in my purse too, because I love this combo, and it's just like a perfect nude. I mean, this works well as a nude for me. I really like that. So it's the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in Dusty Rose. Mentioned this a million times. So quick little swatch of that. It's gorgeous. I love it by itself, and it's an amazing liner formula. I'll show you the swatch in a second next to this. This is the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick in Pink Nude. I mean, which is a pinky nude is kind of my go-to if I want like just a very neutral lip color. My lips are kind of a pinky nude mauve naturally. So this is a little bit lighter and peachier than my natural lip color, but I love it. I mean, I think it just is such a pretty shade. It's very glossy and comfortable. It feels like a treatment on the lips, just so comfortable. I think it looks really flattering on the lips too because of that kind of glossy hydration. It's very forgiving and nice and hydrating and pretty on the lips. So yeah, and I think they pair so nicely together. This is a little bit more on the peachy side. This has a little bit more pink to it. So I like the combo. Today I just did it around the outsides of my lips and then this on the inside. And I think I pretty much did that every time I wore it. I don't think I ever really filled in my lips with this, but that would be pretty too. This all over the lips and then this on top. But yeah, just a comfortable, beautiful, neutral lip option combo. Yeah. All right, you guys, so those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you have been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video.